Ryan Kavuma-McQueen is one of the brightest prospects in Chelsea's Cobham Academy. He has been turning in eye-catching performances whilst being part of Chelsea's under-18s and 21 sides. He is a dynamic direct left winger who thrives out wide when driving at opponents. He has been a standout player when playing against older age groups and has represented England at under-16s level. After reading various scouting reports and watching numerous videos on Kavuma-McQueen, it is easy to see why Chelsea feel they have a massive star on their hands. He has turned in some very impressive performances at every level that he has played at. He has a number of strengths and weaknesses to his game. Some of his main strengths are his dribbling and his agility. Despite his young age, he is not frightened to beat his opponent when using his skills. He has an eye for goal, which often leads to him being in the right place at the right time, and his off-the-ball intelligence is a standout attribute. His only weaknesses at this age could be his decision-making, and his work rate could also be improved. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Passion for FM, we can show you what Ryan Kavuma-McQueen might look like if he were part of the FM24 database, and this could also give us an indicator of just how good he could be when FM26 is released later on in the year. Now, if you're the type of manager who loves to scout all the latest Wonderkids in the Football Manager series, and you want to add hundreds of brand new real-world Wonderkids to your save games, you're going to need the Passion for FM Next Gen database. When you download the database from the link in the description down below and start it off alongside a brand new save game, you'll unlock hundreds of brand new Wonderkids from across the globe. Players such as Ryan Kavuma-McQueen will be unlocked, and you can scout, train and develop them to see how good they can be in your save games. Right then, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Ryan Kavuma-McQueen. We're going to go 15 years into the future to see just how good he can become. Before I do that though, Chelsea fans, here is your chance to jump into the comments section down below. Let me know, are you excited by Ryan Kavuma-McQueen? Do you think he's going to develop into a real world Wonderkid? Do you think in this FM24 simulation he's going to go on and hit the heights of those elite Wonderkids? Let me know in the comments section what your prediction is for Ryan Kavuma-McQueen. And whilst you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the channel. There is going to be plenty more of this type of content coming out in the weeks and months as we get closer to FM26. Now, I know it's a long way off. I'm not trying to say we are near by any means, but that time will soon quickly pass and we will soon be at the release date for FM26. So let me know, are you excited for Ryan Kavuma-McQueen, both in real life and in game? And hit that subscribe button also. Right then, let's jump in to the video. We are going to try and replicate things as close to the current day as possible. That means I'm going to start a brand new save game in the 24-25 season, starting on the 1st of July 2024. That means that Ryan Kavuma-McQueen is 15 years old and he's part of Chelsea's under-18s team. Now, I know the first thing you're going to look at is his attributes and go, whoa, why does he look like that? So these are just predicted attributes that we think he may start the brand new game with. Now, of course, if you load him up using the next gen database, he could be a little bit better, he could be a little bit worse, but overall we think he has the potential still to go on and be a Wonderkid, so do not be alarmed looking at these attributes. Running through them quickly, in terms of the technicals, he has a lot of developing to do. In the mentals, the only standouts really are his flair, his determination and aggression. And in the physicals, it's acceleration, agility and pace. Now, bearing in mind, he is a 15-year-old that is going to have a lot of development. Hopefully he gets that boost in his development attributes quickly. He could go on to be absolutely anything at this point of his career. So the only way to find out is to do the simulation. So let's jump in. Let's go to the first checkpoint, which will be 5 years. And we're going to check in at 5, 10 and 15 to see just how good he can become. We have now reached the first checkpoint. We have jumped 5 years into the future. It is 2029. Ryan Kavuma-McQueen is 19 years old and he's still a Chelsea player, although we find him out on loan at Strasbourg. He has moved out on loan a couple of times to try and get some first team experience. The first loan move he would have would be to Middlesbrough, where he would play 15 times, scoring 1 goal. And now his current loan deal is out with Strasbourg, where he has played 14 times and scored 3 goals. Also, in that time frame, he has managed to jump up from Chelsea's under-18s team to make 4 appearances for the senior team. He has also, in that time, represented England 5 times at under-21s level, and you can now see that that development has really started to grow in his attributes. In the technicals, all of a sudden, there are some standouts. Crossing of 15, dribbling of 13, first touch of 13, long shots of 13, passing of 12 and technique of 12. In the mentals, flair is up to 16. He has 14 for determination and work rate. He also has standouts in anticipation, decisions and vision. And in the physicals, he has really started to come on leaps and bounds there too. In terms of the acceleration, it's 15, agility of 18, pace of 17, stamina of 15 and strength is up to 13. So at this point of his career, at the age of 19, he has played 33 times in senior football, scoring 4 goals. Is there a lot more development to come? How will he look like by the age of 24? Let's jump 5 years to the next checkpoint to see how much more development will come in the next 5 years. At the 10-year point, we have now jumped forwards to 2034. Ryan Kavuma-McQueen is now a Fulham player. At the age of 24, he has played 152 first team games, scoring 25 goals. Chelsea would actually allow him to leave on a free transfer, where he would make the short trip to Fulham. At Fulham, he has now played 115 times and scored 21 goals, and they have helped him take big steps forward in terms of his development. Looking at the technicals, crossing is now 16, first touch is 14, long shots of 13 and technique is 13. In the mentals, it's still flair that leads the way. He has 15 for determination and 14 for anticipation, vision and work rate. In the physicals, acceleration is 15, agility is 19, pace is 16. He has also gone on to represent England 24 times at under-21s level, scoring a single goal. So at this point, at the age of 24, the development has started to come through. There isn't probably as much as you would think in that gap between the 19 and 24 age range, but there is still probably more to come. Now he's broke through into Fulham's first team and he's getting regular football. I do think he can take that next step. And when we rejoin him at the 15-year point, I hope to see a lot more improvement from Ryan Kavuma-McQueen. We have now reached the final checkpoint. It is 2039. We are 15 years into the future and Ryan Kavuma-McQueen is still a Fulham player. At the age of 29, he has probably now reached the peak of his development, and whilst at Fulham, he has gone on to make 273 appearances, scoring 50 goals, and overall in his career has made 310 appearances, scoring 54. Looking at the attributes, there is not that big burst of development that we thought might come between the ages of 24 and 29, and that is what leads me to think he has probably plateaued now, and that development is hitting its upper level. I don't think he can go too much further in terms of that development. His media description is that of just a winger, and in terms of his role at Fulham, his actual playing time is an important player and he's a regular starter at the team. Looking at the attributes then, crossing is still 16, dribbling is 12, he has 15 for first touch, 12 for long shots, passing and technique is 13. In the mentals, it's still that flair that stands out with determination of 15. He scores 14 for decisions, for composure, for work rate. His vision and his anticipation are up to 15. And in those physicals, he now has 20 for agility, 16 for pace, 15 acceleration, 15 stamina and 13 for strength. So, after 15 years, this is probably where he is. There might be a little bit more development to come if he can turn himself into a bit of a late bloomer, but I think sticking at Fulham, he's It's probably now where he's going to be for the rest of his career. Looking at it, if there is any development, it will be very, very small quantities. So let me know in the comment section down below. Did you predict this kind of future for Ryan Kavuma-McQueen? Did you think he was going to go on and be a much better player? Or did you think this is probably where it's going to be? And also, once again, let me know, what are your real life expectations for the player? There is quite a bit of buzz around the internet, YouTube videos and Twitter feeds, putting it out there that he's going to be a future star. Do you think that he has the capabilities of going on and developing past what you see in this profile? I personally also think that a lack of first team football has really held him back. I mean, if you take away his Fulham career, he has only made a total of 37 appearances for 3 different teams. I think if you sign him and put him into your team, you can extract a lot more out of him in that age range of maybe between 16 and 24 maybe. And I think those initial phases of his career, if he has more first team football, he's going to develop quicker. And also, if you're in control of maybe pushing him along in terms of his training schedules and his mentoring group to maybe really get him into the team and develop him as a player, I think you can get a far better player out of him than what you see here. Right then, once again, this has been Ryan Kavuma-McQueen's career. We've gone 15 years into the future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There is going to be plenty of this type of content. We are looking for some of the very best FM26 Wonderkids or potential Wonderkids that we think have the potential to go on and do really, really well when the new game is released. If you want to get this database to add players like Kavuma-McQueen to your database and your save games, there is a link to that in the description down below. Once again, don't forget to give me your feedback and your comments on the player. Tell me what you think he's going to be like. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it up there. Big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video very soon.